What's up you guys, it's Stavros here, and today we have a special video requested by a bunch of my Snapchat friends and Instagram friends about the stock market. So lately, it's been confirmed that a ton of brand new investors have joined the investing game, and RobinHood just blew up 13 million. And I think that's just a mind-boggling number. The fact that so many people have hopped onto RobinHood, even though they really know nothing about stock market investing, I think is totally appalling. So this is my iGen Generation Z Robinhood investing journey. Just as a disclaimer, I don't recommend you do any of this. None of this is financial advice and it's just for entertainment purposes only. I truly think the best way to invest in the stock market is through a buy and hold strategy where you buy something and just keep it for as long as you can. I would say the safest way to invest would be in an ETF, a stock with a bunch of different stocks into one. Alright, so we're just gonna dive into my portfolio here. I've started investing about 2 years ago. It's been a bumpy ride for sure. Alright, let's dive into the Robinhood. Robinhood, where they steal from the rich and give to the poor. Alright, so here we are. On today, we are up $84 and it looks like the after hours market is going to be crumbling down. Right now we have $10,550 invested here. So let's go where this all started. My friend told me about this thing called Robinhood. I had no idea what it was. All he told me was that he invested $300 and lost $50, then gained $60, made $10. So my 18-year-old mind was like, easy money. I started Robinhood by just investing $50. And as we can see here, we had very little changes for about a year, no, over a year and a half about. But the real investing started right here, January 6th, around this January 1st, I think it was. And what I invested in was Tesla. Tesla, which is now valued at $992, was the first stock I invested in. Savings, credit card points, put it into this. The only reason I put it into this because I'm a consumer of Tesla, and normally when I'm a consumer of a product that I use every day or just believe in and love, it kind of gets the best of me and I want to become an investor. Is that a good way to go? Trusting your gut for finances and investing? Absolutely not. In this case, it proved me to be right. So it all started when I bought one share of Tesla for $328. And then I sold it at $315 because I thought I had a terrible loss. So I lost with Tesla at first. Keep in mind this stock is now valued at $900. Then I decided to buy more, which I then sold for a profit of $20, which then led me to buy more, which I then sold for another profit. So at this point I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna buy and sell, do some day trading with Tesla, perfect plan. Finally, January 2nd, and I bought 8 shares for $425. I actually had canceled it because I was thinking, what am I doing? I'm not gonna just give Elon Musk $4,000. That's craziness. But then I was like, no, it's totally fine. My boy Elon, he's gonna take care of me. And then this is where I panic sold. I panic sold Tesla, and I sold all my shares, and at this point I'm at 560, so I'm at a profit right now here. Then I had rebought it. From the start to the end, I bought Tesla at $425. And here I sold it at $819. The reason why I had sold it is I just believed that it was a stock that I got my fair share of. I ended up gaining about 50%, which I thought was astronomical for just one stock. So I just figured I'd sell it and diversify instead of just keeping it all in one, which I actually ended up not learning my lesson to this day. And it actually happened to me again. So that's Tesla. Tesla is how I made the 50%. Let me show you how that whole number thing worked on the graph. So here's January 1st. Here's January. So Tesla had that spike there, and that's where I was making. I went from 6,500 to 10 G's, and I was like, oh my God, that's it. I'm not going to college anymore. I'm retiring. It's all over now. And then the next day it literally crumbled, and I was like, oh shoot. And then COVID happened, and then I realized I was losing money that I had initially invested in, so I lost all my gains. I was gainless. Shout out to my boy Jeff Nippard. I met him at the gym there, and he just boosted my gains up. This is what's considered to be the highest correction in all of America. The fastest it's corrected, right here. So right here, COVID. Apparently things were March 16th was when things just fell, and then it started to get better, and it had some dips, but it corrected to be back in like my range. So and then this spike right here is Boeing, which we can dive into right now. Let's dive into Boeing. So Boeing, I bought 6 Boeing jets for 155, which I truly believed in. And then I bought more of them, and then I even bought more of them because I believed in them more even after that. And this was all during COVID times, April 10th, May 5th, June 8th. So I got the Boeing at around 150 mark, and then it had skyrocketed right about here to about 230, I remember. And I don't know how I didn't sell it. This right here was like a crazy return. I was making like $1,000 off of Boeing, and I didn't sell it. But yeah, this is what I'm saying about like stocks like this. Like it's truly just too risky. Invest in one stock at a time because you never know where they're gonna go. Like for example, Boeing, it spiked up, it went down. Apparently now COVID-19 is supposed to have another respike, unfortunately, and we're supposed to be going into another like crash. It's a risky game here. Overall, let's go with the overall. This week we've lost $650. This month we've made $300 altogether. The highest point of this month we were making $2,000, which we then lost all of. Not good. June 8th. And then this past 3 months, which is the highest correction, we've made the 3,430. Altogether, we're at 4,000. I was ready to lose everything I put in. I didn't think I was gonna be making. Surprisingly, I made 60%, which was pretty insane. I don't know how I even made that, but it's not something that I would recommend somebody to go do. Like put all your money there and just risk it for the biscuit. Right now, the stocks I've tried to diversify a little bit. It's a really risky portfolio, but still, this is what I have right now. So I have Apple. Apple has been pretty good to me. We're at a 20% return here. Apple, I believe in. I use a bunch of Apple products. Super great company. Alibaba is like a tech kind of industry, making some pretty good return on that, 13%. This was a risky buy. I lost 30% here. This was a penny stock that I was kind of expecting to just skyrocket up, but it never really did. Penny stocks, it was an experiment, this thing. It was like $200, which, yeah. This is good old Boeing, which I have got for 163. Very risky position here. 30% of my portfolio is Boeing right now. It's very risky, but still is generating 6%. Not too bad. It's better than 0 or negative 6%. Is my ETF fund. This is the fund that has all the S&P 500 inside of it. And right now, yeah, we're at 8%. This is a solid stock if you want to just hold your money. For the past, if you had it in there for 5 years, you would have made 50%. Here's COVID just dropping, but yeah, very safe. I think the average of the S&P 500 is about 3% per year. So here it's 5%. Past 3 months would have been insane if you had it there, because biggest thing. Wells Fargo was what I invested in because it's just so low. Banks are very, very sketchy. I don't really trust banks, but this is like a small portion of my portfolio here. It's only about 7%, which actually is not small, but I feel like Bank of America too, another 3% of my portfolio, has a little bit of return, but nothing crazy. Waste Management I truly believed in because they've dropped significantly, and I just think they're such a big company and they provide a lot of value to the world. So making 1% there, nothing crazy. This is my oil portion. Oil has just been getting destroyed lately. Not very good there. But I guess it'll come back. We'll see. My next tech position is NVIDIA, and they actually pay dividends too. Here it's been a pretty successful run. We've had 17% return, and tech is definitely a sketchy thing to do too, because it just fluctuates so much. But yeah, during COVID, it had really bounced back. Like I had purchased it at 324, so I had bought it right around. Like right around here. NVIDIA is crazy. Then I have Disney, which has been failing lately, but another 6% there, 2% invested. This is my most prized possession, 0.00001 of the most expensive stock in the world, Berkshire Hathaway, which for one share costs $267,000 for one share. And this week that has not been going very hot. If you had one share of that, you would be losing $5,000. But yeah, this is my stock portfolio at the moment. I intend to just buy and hold, maybe put a little bit more money in there, leave it there. A little bit of dividends come in, not too many. It's nothing crazy. It's not a dividend portfolio by any means. I'd say that Forex options, super risky. Not something I advise to do. It's just because the chances of winning are just so slim. Past years have proven that buying and holding is just the best way. I thank you so much for watching, and if you guys want a free stock, use my link to get a Robinhood account, and we both get one free stock, so you could start growing your portfolio from there. I think investing is a great way to grow your wealth, absolutely, but it's not a get-rich-quick thing. It's not something that, you know, just makes you super money overnight. If you guys want to see more videos like these, drop a comment. If there's anything else you'd like to see a video on, real estate, personal finance, investing, comment it down below and suggest another video idea. It's been a pleasure, guys. Hope all is well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.